Now at 5, a road rage shooting investigation leads to some serious criminal charges. I'm Ashton Hackman. I'll explain why a search warrant here in Broad Ripple led police to far more than what they were searching for.
And a deadly shooting at a Greenwood apartment complex, and the young man who lost his life was not the intended target. What we're now learning about the victim and the suspect now under arrest.
Air quality alert today and again tomorrow. I'll have another hot day in your Thursday forecast. 3 teens now under arrest accused of hundreds of car break-ins. We have what they're accused of stealing, and the tech police say they used to get into those cars all across central Indiana. Live from Indy, you're watching 13 News.
Tonight, drugs and explosive devices found inside an Indianapolis home.
And now a 19-year-old is facing serious criminal charges in the case. It was far from what police thought they were searching for.
As Ashton Hackman explains, this investigation started from a road rage shooting.
It was August 21st on the northeast side. A man told police he was riding in traffic on 465. His wife and 2 kids were in the back seat. A motorcyclist was passing drivers quickly and illegally beside him, so he honked his horn. That's when the motorcyclist backed up, pointed a gun at him, and fired it off. Police believe that motorcyclist is this man, 19-year-old Logan Quisenberry.
This was just an incredibly well-investigated case by the state police.
Police shared this photo, which they say helped them get several tips. One man said he sold Quisenberry the motorcycle. It helped investigators find security video of the purchase at a Noblesville gas station in July. Another tipster said Quisenberry was a customer at a local tattoo shop and saw the motorcycle. He provided police with his phone number. Court documents say cell phone data put Quisenberry at the scene of the shooting that night before he came to a home on Indianola Avenue. Investigators found that motorcycle outside one of the homes. They applied for a search warrant and found far more than what they were looking for. Inside, police uncovered 17 pounds of pot, 268 grams of shrooms, and 4 homemade explosive devices.
It's not just about identifying the particular individual who's involved, but is there more going on here? And they did an outstanding job of following up on every single lead.
Police searched Quisenberry's storage locker and found this, a similar gun to the one used in the shooting. They also found the GoPro on his helmet, which police say may have recorded the shooting.
There's going to be additional crimes to follow up on, and there's also going to be additional people that we're going to need to follow up on because this is by no means the end of this investigation.
An investigation putting a 19-year-old in jail for a road rage shooting and having homemade explosives. In Indianapolis, Ashton Hackman, 13 News.
And Logan Quisenberry is being held in jail on a $250,000 surety bond. He is scheduled to be back in court next Wednesday.
Tonight, Indianapolis Metro police officers are trying to figure out how a body ended up in a pond on the north side. Investigators made the discovery around 8 o'clock this morning near East 82nd Street and Craig Street in the Castleton area. Metro police aren't releasing any other information just yet about what they're now calling officially a death investigation. The Marion County coroner is working to identify the person found there in the water today.
And a Greenwood man is dead after being hit by a bullet police believe missed the intended target.
And now the man accused of the shooting is under arrest. Our Rich and I talked to the victim's roommates earlier today.
Greenwood police were called to the Westminster Apartments near US 31 and County Line Road Tuesday night about 10:15 on a report of shots fired. When they arrived, they found 22-year-old Beeden Mburu unconscious with a gunshot wound. Neighbors told me he was shot in the head. Mburu was pronounced dead at Methodist Hospital. Police say the suspect is a 21-year-old man from Indianapolis. Investigators believe the suspect was in an altercation with another person when the suspect pulled a gun and fired. The bullet apparently missed the intended target and hit Mburu, who was not involved in the altercation. Police say the suspect took off before they arrived.
Greenwood police say with the help of state police and U.S. Marshals, they got information that the suspect was in a room here at the In-Town Suites on the east side of Indianapolis. Greenwood SWAT team showed up and the man was taken into custody without further incident.
There's obviously a wide range of charges we could be looking at. The highest possible offense possibly could be murder, but we're working on investigating things fully with Greenwood police to find the appropriate charges to be filed, and I do anticipate those to be filed this week.
Mburu was shot in the parking lot just outside of his apartment. I spoke to his roommates. They asked for privacy and said they were still in the process of contacting Mburu's family. The apartment leasing office would not say if the suspect also lived there. They told me I might get a statement from their legal department, but I did not receive any messages. In Greenwood, Rich Knight, 13 News.
The suspect now being held on the south side in the Johnson County Jail. He is not yet facing formal charges.
And happening now, though we're seeing some beautiful sunny days, we're also seeing some more burn bans being issued across the state. There are 19 in total now. The latest come from Delaware County, where the county commissioners issued an emergency declaration this morning. So these burn bans places restrictions on outdoor burning due to the dry conditions that we're experiencing. And it'll be in place until September 30th, unless they decide to lift it sooner. We are here in the Weather Center with Angela, who is actually monitoring these for us, as well as the temps, as well as precipitation.
Yes, and you mentioned just how dry it is. We get a new drought monitor tomorrow. Now, we did get some rain on Saturday, but if you remember, we talked about the rain kind of came in 2 streaks.
Yes.
So not everybody got it. So we expect the areas of moderate drought that didn't get the rain on Saturday, these areas to expand. So look for a new drought monitor map this time tomorrow. We will be keeping you updated as our late summer, early fall is hot and it is dry. We ended the month of August 2 inches below average, and we're now over an inch below average for the month of September so far, and we're over 4 inches below average for the year so far. The other issue is the poor air quality with this hot, dry, stagnant weather pattern. That low-level ozone becomes an issue. So if you suffer from upper respiratory problems, continue to take it easy. The worst air quality that we see happens late afternoon into the early evening hours. We still have air quality alerts for the rest of this evening and again tomorrow. So take it easy if you suffer from upper respiratory problems. Temperatures this evening will stay in the low 80s through 8 o'clock. Comfortable again tomorrow morning. 60s to start our Thursday, but sunny and hot to finish. Highs again near 90.
I would rather know that they're, have been caught than they're still out there and maybe potentially hurting other people too.
Developing tonight, 3 teens under arrest. They're accused of hundreds of car break-ins all across central Indiana. And now tonight we're hearing from people who say those teens stole items out of their cars.
Brandon Schaff explains what it took to find those suspects.
In this Fishers neighborhood on this street, there were several neighbors who had their cars broken into, all happening in the middle of the night.
Lensing just moved to Fishers from Texas a month ago. He says that he was woken up early in the morning over the weekend, an officer telling him his truck was broken into, his wallet stolen from inside. He was one of multiple victims on Harrison Parkway.
We kind of moved to this area, to be in a safe location, and generally I feel like it is, but it was just kind of more disappointing. 3 arrests were made, one 16-year-old and 2 17-year-olds, the result of a multi-agency effort between Fishers PD, IMPD, and the FBI, after mass car break-ins across residential areas in northeast Indianapolis and Fishers. IMPD Chief Chris Bailey says more than 200 crimes were committed between the 3 teens.
Where were these kids' parents?
IMPD detectives were instructed by Bailey to look at all available evidence, potentially leading to charges filed against those parents. Brandon Schaff, 13 News.
Chief Bailey told us that IMPD East District detectives were investigating multiple car break-ins at least a week and a half ago, and they worked together with Fishers Police to connect the incidents there. Officers say they also found a vehicle ProPad programmer after serving a search warrant.
A reminder tonight from the Family and Social Services Administration. It follows a story that we first brought you earlier this week about 2 families who reported their SNAP benefits stolen. The FSSA has now found in Indiana only 3% of SNAP EBT card holders are locking their cards to prevent thieves from stealing their benefits. As we told you Monday on 13 News at 5, the state cannot replace any of those stolen benefits. So if you need help figuring out how to lock your card, we got you covered. Scan this QR code right here on your screen. It'll take you to WTHR.com/SeenOn13, where we have posted the instructions that you need to follow to lock your card and secure your funds.
Happening now, new today, listen up, young ladies. The 500 Festival now is accepting applications for next year's 500 Princess program.
Yeah, time again already. So each year the festival selects 33 college-aged women who demonstrate leadership, a commitment to service, and embody the Hoosier spirit. And the princesses will serve as 500 Festival ambassadors, and they'll take part in community service projects and outreach from February through May.
They are busy. It's like a professional internship. They're matched up with businesses, and each princess also gets a $1,500 scholarship. If you're interested, we have a link to apply online at WTHR.com. Applications are due at the beginning of January.
More news ahead, making a difference in the lives of people with diabetes.
We have the 3 Indianapolis neighborhoods seeing results, all thanks to a program that's led by IU. That's ahead tonight at 5:30. But first, here at 5.
The Colts got the job done in the first 2 weeks at home. 2-0 heading into week 3, where they now hit the road for the first time this season, and it's their first division matchup of the year as well. I have a preview coming up in sports.
Preparing a state prison to house ICE detainees.
The millions the Miami Correctional Facility just requested from the state and how the money would be spent.